Anything on this defense or special teams unit you're not doing so far?
No, I'm doing everything. That's just always been my name. It's been a knack for me ever since I came in the league. So, I'm ready for everything and whatever it takes to help this team win.
How do you feel like that sort of versatility is maybe emphasized in this Brandon Staley scheme?
I think this versatility in Brandon's scheme is very important because when you're playing a new position that you're already used to, there's no sense of being like nervous in this situation. Everything's calm for you. So the sense of fearfulness or anything like in doubt, it doesn't have to cross my mind because I'm already used to playing something else, but just at a different position. Twice at one time, almost.
Fresh faces in the room, obviously, Julian, Justin. Can you kind of talk about those guys?
All those guys are unique in their own different way. We got a young guy. But the crazy thing is, like, 2 out of those 3, they're all the same age as me. So, I think it's unique. It's different, and I still think they adapt to our culture very well since they've been here.
A couple days ago, scrimmage counts at 126 plays. A lot has been made of the recovery time has been part of the training. Is there an understanding that they're going to take care of us, but when it's time to go,
I don't know. I think this coaching staff is doing a really good job of just like take care of the players, know when to push it, know when to back off. And I mean, as we've seen the results, like we have a lot of guys still practicing at this moment, and and I think they really understand like let's get these guys to the game. And I think that's the next level where the game has changed. Not so much beat you down, but make sure getting you to the game and getting you to recover for the next game and the next opportunity.
Everybody has talked about the vibe being different, right, in the energy. For you, what do you feel like has been the biggest change during this training camp?
I mean, the biggest change I've seen thus far from my perspective is the way Kellen Moore has just been running everything. I feel like he has a good team behind him. As a young coach, in your first opportunity, you're really just learning as you go. But I honestly feel, from my personal opinion, like the way he's running the team meetings, the way he's organizing things, the coaching staff he brought in, I think whether it's him or somebody who's behind him help guiding him, they're going about it the right way.
That's a Justin. Can you just kind of speak to his leadership?
Justin, I mean, that's just a natural thing for him. I feel like he's just being a leader. He's naturally a talker, but he's not a talker that over-talks. He talks for you to understand and to learn from him because he's very knowledgeable. Stanford kid, so, Stanford guys, they got a chip on their shoulder already, but we still beat them in college. I know that's probably like 2-2, but anyways, but he's a good dude, very, very wise, very knowledgeable, a guy you can learn from, and he'll take you under his wing.
What are some of the things that Kellen does in those team meetings that stand out as unique for you?
For me, for Kellen, is he knows how to talk to a team. Some coaches where I've been, like they're not really talkers, and he can really talk to a team. He's very calm up there. He addresses everything. He's not afraid to do any of that type of stuff. And again, he's very young doing this, so like kudos to him on taking advantage of this opportunity and going about it the right way.
There were a lot of questions when he got the job, or even when he was just kind of in the interview cycle, about sort of his calmness and demeanor, maybe not being able to be like a quote-unquote leader of men.
Yeah.
Have you seen that quality on the positive side? Like, have you seen evidence the otherwise?
What I've seen is like, for what he's been as a head coach, it kind of like translates to him as a quarterback. He never panics. When you're going against a big team this year or a big opportunity, I feel like he just stays poised and he just goes with the flow. If something happens, he just adjusts and goes. If he's supposed to go left and if something happens, he goes right. You know what I'm saying? No, there's no sense of panic with him.
I think when
is Kellen your first offensive-minded coach?
Yeah, Kellen is my second. Andy Reid. So he's my second, but he's my first young offensive-minded head coach for sure.
From your perspective, does anything change? Do you learn anything different when you speak to teams personally?
Oh yeah, I definitely learn differently because the way they're doing it now is they want the defense to learn how the offense see things. So when he says something to the team, he's speaking to the offense, but the defense should know it as well. So I feel like that's very big, and I think he's doing a really good job thus far of how he's just going about carrying the team, leading the team, and leading a young group of guys as well.
I think when the team hired Staley to be the DC, like a lot of talk was just about like how the front would change, but like from your perspective, how different is what y'all are doing on the back end versus?
I think on the back end, we're more vision on the quarterback now. We're still doing our normal thing, what the secondary has been known for. But I feel like with him, he wants to change it just a slight bit, but still keep our demeanor as like what we have in the back end, using our strengths. But I still feel like on the back end, nothing much really changed as far as as how we're playing. It's just where our eyes are going to be at this time.
Yeah. And that'll hopefully lead to more plays in the ball.
More plays on the ball, more interceptions, more turnovers, and a great year.